Good morning to you. Today I've got a bumper packed day starting in just a few minutes with a one-to-one client. He runs a financial investment firm. After that, I've got to jump in my car, whiz over to Reading, where I've been asked to give a pep talk to some sixth formers who have qualified for the national finals at the Young Entrepreneurs competition. So fingers crossed we can get a local winner. I think I'll jump in the car, come straight back, jump in the studio. A lot of jumping today. Get in the studio, I've got a whole load of videos I've got to shoot for the website, for a landing page. I've got to do some vlogging as well. So we're going to do that. That'll be a good hour or so. And then after that, it's all about the snagging. What I mean by snagging is all those little jobs that hang around that you need to clear out the way to clear your head and clear your space. Last week was all about expert empires. There'll be a video coming out shortly about that. So I did a talk on there, we had a stand. That was literally the whole of last week. So there's a lot of little bits and pieces that I need to do today so I can sort of clear the way for the rest of this week. As I go through the day, I will share some wisdom and some insights and maybe some stuff that you find useful or educational, I don't know, maybe just amusing as we go through today. So let's get started. Okay, so just had my one-to-one with my client. He runs an investment firm. Now, we had a load of different things on the table that we were talking about today that I was helping him with and just general discussions. And one of the things we were talking about was the difference between small businesses and bigger businesses or really aggressive, fast-growing businesses. So sometimes they're referred to as gazelles. These are fast-growing, aggressive-growing businesses and your typical small business. And there are some real differences. And one of the key differences that I was talking to him about is that small businesses tend to accumulate and then speculate. So they raise the money first, then they invest in the thing, and they raise the money next, and then they invest in the thing. Whereas actually, gazelles or fast, aggressive growing companies tend to speculate and then accumulate. So what they do is they put the money out into the future, they invest in the computer systems, and that enables their business to grow behind that speculation. Or they invest in manpower or resources and they'll grow behind it. Small businesses tend to do it the other way around. They grow the money, and once they've got the money, then they invest that money. It's quite a subtle difference, but actually the knock-on effect will be considerably much slower growth if you're trying to grow organically. So the term organic growth is where you make the money, then you reinvest the money that you've made, okay? Whereas the gazelle growth, the fast growing growth, they tend to invest the money they don't necessarily have yet, they invest the money they haven't made yet, and then they use that money in order to grow the business, and then they kind of catch up with themselves, and then they reinvest again ahead of themselves. So there's no right and wrong in this, I guess. It just depends on what you want. If you want fast track growth, if you want kind of aggressive growth, then you probably need to shift from that accumulate, speculate, to more of a speculate, accumulate model. So it's just something to think about, but actually there is a real difference in those two things. So are you an accumulator, then you speculate, or do you speculate in order to accumulate? If you want fast track growth, the chances are you're gonna have to speculate in order to accumulate. Anyway, that's my thought for today. Now, moving on to the next thing.
2 hours later.
Okay, so I've just finished my group session with the girls who are in the finals for the Young Entrepreneurs competition, and I just wanted to give them a little pep talk. I had 1 hour with them to about mindset, attitude, a little bit of business strategy, and what it really was about was what can they do to maximise their chances of winning this competition, which is only in about 5 weeks' time. So of course we're playing a very short-term game here, so we're looking at some big gaps in their game that they can start filling that will give them ultimately the best chances of growing their business. And there was some key aspects, and you know what, there's the same things I see all day long in real businesses. They were facing exactly the same challenges here. For example, sales. They just weren't simply selling enough. They weren't being aggressive enough with themselves. They're a product kind of led company. So a lot of their energy is going into creating this amazing product, and it is an amazing product, but they're not putting the same energy into actually selling that product. They're doing marketing, but a lot of the selling is kind of hiding behind that marketing. And what's really important is that your business, as well as their business, it needs to be led by sales. So salespeople should be out the front of the business selling this product. We looked at a second product they're bringing out, and I thought that was really brilliant. And we looked at how they can pre-sell that product. So they were waiting until they could get that product made, and then thinking now they've had to go out and sell it. The truth is, it might not even get made in time to the finals. If it is, it might just about be in time. So how many sales they're going to get? So I said, don't wait for the product to be done. Go out and pre-sell it. How ambitious is that going to look if you can have 100 pre-sales of a product that doesn't even exist right now, whilst also doubling down on the sales you've done on your previous product? So it was a lot of it was talking about sales, and that is really relevant to all businesses out there. We're also talking about this leadership. So you've got the steel core, you've got the MD in the center of the business. You then have to delegate out to the next layer out. They take ownership of their aspect of the business and also the culture, and they pass it out and pass it out. So ultimately, you don't want to be micromanaging as a leader. You want the team around you to take full responsibility for what they're in charge of, and what you want to take charge of as a business leader is the culture, the message, the strategy, the overall positioning of the products and things like that. And then what you want to do is keep checking in, have the meetings, checking in, hold them accountable, make sure they do what they need to do, but let them run with that project and then regroup and then go again. Anyway, I thought it was fascinating. They're 17-year-olds, they're 16 girls, and they face exactly the same problems I face all day long in my business, but also they're the problems I face an awful lot in other people's businesses, especially when you start getting a team of sort of 15, 16, 17 people. They have exactly the same things, albeit on just a micro level. So here I am in the studio. I'm about to record some video, probably for about the next hour. I need to shoot a couple of vlogs for YouTube and social media generally. I also need to shoot a website video. I need to shoot at least 2 videos for one day we've got coming up here, showing people how they can add 100K to their bottom line by running masterminds, group coaching sessions or clubs. And I've also got to do another video, or at least one, maybe 2, to promote a webinar that I'm doing based on that very same one day. So I'm gonna be about an hour, about 6 videos to shoot. I tend to try and club them together, come down here, do an hour and do it through. Anyway, here's my quick studio. So I thought I'd show you. You can see there are. You start getting to the crap that's behind me there, okay? But you'll see I've got a nice little setup there. I've got a light behind me there. I've got another little light down there, which is to take away the shadows of that. You go around here, there's another one there. And if we go above, you'll see one above my head there. There's also a couple lower down the floor, actually. So if you look there. So I've got a 6 lighting setup. When I get myself in the right position, it just takes all the shadows away. Makes me look years younger. Anyway, I'm gonna get on and crack those out, and then I'm gonna move on to the next thing. Okay, so we're getting towards the end of the night now. It's about 9:30 or so. One of my tasks today is I have to take my daughter's ferret out for a bit of a cuddle. Unfortunately, we lost this little one's sister just recently, so this one needs a little bit more love and a little bit more cuddles. And if you know anything about ferrets, quite often cuddling a ferret means you end up losing some fingers. But bless her little heart, she's got a little heart of gold. You have to be a little bit careful with your fingers. You don't put them too close to her mouth. I've got to get her out, got to give her a cuddle, got to give her a bit of a play, because bless her heart's breaking a little bit. Here she is, little Mika. She's very, very sweet, I'll be honest with you. So we're gonna take her down to the barn and we're gonna have a little play down there tonight. You can see she's very keen to get out. She's very alert. They wake up all a bit shaky, so you can feel her trembling. So we're gonna put her down here, stick her in the barn, have a little bit of a squidge, have a bit of a play. Little kiss there nearly. And yeah, bless her heart, hopefully she'll recover from the loss of her sister. Bless her heart. Okay, so that's the little stinker done. Next job, the mongrels. Okay, so that's me done. I'm beat. It's about 11 o'clock. I've got one more thing left on the agenda, and that is take a long soak in a bath, listen to some audiobooks, do a little bit of meditation, and then get my head down. Hopefully by about 12 o'clock, I've got a long day tomorrow at Mastermind. So right now, I'm going to get in the bath. I won't share that with you. However, I will show you the bath. How lush does that look? That has got it all going on. Trust me. It's got bubble baths, it's got Epsom salts in there, I've got lavender oil in there, I've even got some coconut oil in there. That is all going on. Anyway, until tomorrow, good night.